So either way that you choose to enter the house, we talked about the final segment being, because we went through the tour of the house and we wanted to come back to what is pretty phenomenal to talk about, the kitchen and the open space here with the whole project, starting with the concept of needing to have this elevator stair and then reconfiguring everything and structural changes that had to happen for opening doors and new windows and all those things. What was here before was an island that was basically facing the dining room, which was here, and the stairs ended probably right almost in the middle of this elevator, going up and down, and they weren't to code. And I don't know how that worked. The story is that when this was built, the inspector was given a unit, so he didn't do anything. And I guess there's been no inspections, and the horror stories that we hear and see in this example of an unlucky buyer getting stuck with what they can't see behind the walls. I think we're delighted to be at this phase and hope that the client loves this for all the energy and time and money that it took to really repair in a way that's like a brand new home. And we thought that she really loved this marble, and having the Imperial Danby honed as a way to soften the difference between, modern and traditional was a great contemporary approach to making this as beautiful as we could and as big as we could, because it didn't have light. So we made the kitchen window bigger, and we opened up when this first started. There was another home they used to rent here, which is a couple units down, meaning these houses are townhouses joined, and there's a couple over that they had a corner unit like this. So we knew how that kitchen was designed, and I did the layout so that she could actually seat the dining room, 12 over there, and on the other side of this kitchen we have drawers and cabinetry for tableware, because this is an Orthodox family, and so if they have to have 2 sets of everything, we have so much storage in here that I just can't imagine that they wouldn't have enough. LED lighting underneath, under cabinet lighting, the transformers up there that we've covered up. Usually include the knives, cutlery drawers and utensil dividers, and there's a huge pantry on the other side, and some drawers that don't have any dividers in them. We did the table cutlery here, storage underneath, drawer, microwave. We have it's a Lamaze instead of a Lazy Susan. These are so much easier to use for heavy cooking utensils, and it's a Bosch gas. It's a dual fuel. So we have both gas and electric. Came damaged panel, and they had to have the technician come out. We had to schedule, and they changed the panel out. And, it's spectacular, for sure. Exhausted hood, vented hood, had to change that. That's a LaserJet mosaic from Kenkos, which I think works well with picking up the veining here, and also is just a beautiful contemporary pattern that I love. I think what's so spectacular about this is just the little details of not having such a deep, it's only an 1/8 of an inch recess panel on a shaker makes it look a lot more contemporary in the way we finish the crown. With my designer step up is just a reveal at the top that I like. So we knew they cook a lot, and hopefully will. Got a double garbage rollout, and a drawer, and one of those, I guess it's for, trays and cookie sheets and whatnot. We didn't do the bigger sink because we needed to have 2 dishwashers for this family. And so what happened is that it made no sense to center this on the window because we're wasting prep space. So we kept this where it is, so we have a great runway from refrigerator to prep area. For people that really cook, I think it really matters. And we just have so much storage here that I can't imagine. Bosch, French door, over freezer, ice maker, and then this big pantry. Oh, I'm gonna have to have somebody fix that because it just popped out. But I'll take a photo and ask somebody to check it for me, because that shouldn't happen. And then more storage here, which originally I thought should be a desk, but desk moved over to the other bay window because it had a better view. And now we just have a lot more storage, depending on what open for whatever they choose to do. And we put the coat closet here because the coat closet is hiding. On that side is the whole return for the air, central air and heat goes on that side. And there's a vent, we have a soffit over there's a dryer vent and a plumbing line that goes out there. But when you're coming in, either whether you come from the garage or the front door, you have a great way to, turn on the lights. All the light switches are on the other wall. And it's just a very, I think, well-designed space for a lot of people and entertaining. But let's go take a look now at my favorite part, which is probably the patio and the green and the ocean. So last but not least, the whole point, besides talking about light and air, is that we added picture windows, which we saw upstairs in the primary suite. So we've lined them up. They're the same size. They line up with the rest of the window openings in the house. But the big deal was, here we have 14.5 feet and 8 feet of sliding glass Marvin doors. And so there's this coastal structural. We have a few little bits to address with someone with a walker and maybe making a saddle that's higher so that she's able to get out. But this required big beams and steel columns on the inside of the wall that we actually had to build out. And we decided to just build a soffit above it to hide it. And you can actually put a window treatment if you wanted to. You could mount it underneath this soffit and solve the problem. But these big, beautiful doors give us access to the whole reason why I suppose someone wants to live here is that you've got the ocean and the access to the ocean for this homeowners association with their community pool right at your backyard. So let's go take a look. So, sun's trying to poke out through the smoky haze from Canada, but we also managed to finalize this exterior with what I love. It's a porcelain that looks like bluestone, 2 feet by 2 feet pavers. And we actually went the entire property width so that it's more than 16 feet really there for these 8. These are Hetsy junipers, and they'll grow probably to maybe 10 feet, we hope. Gave her the gift, even though I wasn't going to buy the planters, of these great, well, they're just mandavillas and petunias. We got the homeowners association, took advantage of the patio and having perennial grasses and some detail to soften the corners. But this is literally so much larger than it was before. So whether she gets new outdoor furniture or not, with the gas, there's a gas pipe on that right side there that's for the range. New LED lighting. We had to change the posts for structural. They wouldn't let us keep the 4x4s. We had to do 6x6 and a little bit more there. We have removed the dead tree and have opened up the view. So from the inside where I'm standing, I'm right in the living room. Dining room here, living room over on the other side, and we're really now seeing, really all of the ocean, which is fairly unobstructed, and hydrangeas and grasses instead of muddying up the view with dead trees. And at the very least, you end your day, you might come over here and we added an outdoor shower so you can rinse off the sand instead of tracking it all over the house. So I think we'll end this beautiful day with ciao for now, and I'll see you on the next.